Happy Wednesday, beautiful people. It is always a pleasure and a delight to be here with you all. I am so grateful and I appreciate you. How are you all doing today? I cannot believe, I mean, I say this all the time, that we are already in August. I do not know where the summer has gone. I hope you have been enjoying your summer, taking some time off to play, to do things that you enjoy. Please remember that play is necessary. It is so important for our overall mental health, physical health, and we need to play. So I hope you all have been playing. And if you are here with me today, please let us know because if I don't know that you're here unless you let me know in the comments. And like I said, it's just always so amazing to connect with you all. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am Grace Redmond, and thank you so much for joining me again on another episode of Real Talk, where I get to have real life, raw conversations with incredible people from my circles and communities who have overcome challenges and created amazing. Today, my awesome guest is Artie Torres. Artie's journey of becoming a runner and eventually personal trainer began shortly after his father passed away in 2014. Running became his therapy, which helped him cope with the grief and sadness. Since 2014, he has participated in over 100 races locally and out of state. During the pandemic, he helped those who were struggling with depression through his personal training program and life experience. For the past 8 years, he has been participating in outdoor activities such as Spartan racing, hiking, trail running, and mountain biking. His relationship with nature is defined as a place for him to explore what God has created for all of us and as a way for him to freely express himself without judgment. Help me welcome my incredible guest, Artie Torres.
Hey there.
Hey, how are you,
I'm
Artie?
doing great. Thank you, Grace. How are you doing today?
I'm well, sweetheart. I'm well. We go back years.
We do.
And it was so amazing to just have a conversation recently and just learn what you've been up to. It's been just amazing. You're so inspiring. And I'm like, Artie, we need to have this conversation.
Yes, I think we have I think we've known each other for almost 15 years, which is a very long time.
Yeah.
And
More than that.
yeah, I actually more than that. You're right. And it's just it's a beautiful how the universe just brings us back together some way somehow. And I'm really excited to be here today, Grace. I really appreciate all you've done, not only for myself, also the community and what you continue to do, through your podcast. And I can't wait, for us to get this, show started.
Oh, thank you, Artie. I feel the same about you. It's like you're a shining light. And so I'm so excited to have you share all this incredible wisdom today. And we're also going to have a great time.
Yes.
Um, so tell me a little bit about, how you started on your journey. I know we've been through a challenging time the last few years where so many of us have kind of had those dark nights of the soul and maybe experienced some depression. And you started your fitness journey from one of those dark nights of the soul. So can you kind of just tell us a little bit how this fitness journey has helped you during that dark time?
Yeah. It's sometimes it's a little hard to talk about this, just because my dad and I were very close. And it all began in 2014 after my father passed away in April. And I felt like my world just shattered after his passing. It really took a bad toll on me, and of course my family.
Of course.
But being left with the responsibilities of becoming the man of the house, were it was very difficult. It was very hard. I just didn't know what to expect. My mom was struggling, so was myself, and it was the unexpected, right? But it was very difficult for me because I never imagined that losing someone could set you back. I became very closed in. I did not want to be around people. I was having anxiety attacks, sleepless nights. I wasn't too sure what to do with myself, if I still wanted to continue being here on Earth. It was just a lot of crazy thoughts just crossing my mind. And, you know, uh, 18 months of it to be exact.
Mm,
And it was very hard. And
mm,
the one person that really kept me going was my daughter. My daughter saw me through my ups and downs. She would see me, down on my knees crying, and it was hard for me to just feel so weak in front of my daughter because I'm supposed to be this strong father figure to her. But um, just life takes, over you sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I had to slowly figure out a way how to get out of this mess because it was not only hurting myself, but it was hurting others around me. And I it all began, one day I just woke up and told myself, you have two choices. Either you either stay where you're at and continue down this dark path, or you do something about it. And what is it that what that's going to be? Um, I One thing that has always been fun and exciting, and something that makes me feel good all the time is being active, being at the gym, being out, on the streets for a walk, run, biking. And I found myself going back to those days where, I had to do something for myself in order to
mm.
feel good and confident about myself. And it wasn't easy. There was times where I just would have setbacks and go back, to this dark place because I was still questioning myself if this was something I wanted to continue doing, or wanted to take the dark route, and not be here anymore. It was just very scary for me.
Understood.
And fitness, God, were two things, and including my daughter were the three things that saved me, from continuing down this dark path. And I'm very grateful that I chose obviously that route because not being here, I'm sure would have caused a lot more damage. And that for sure is not the easy way out. There's always a solution. There's always an answer to everything. And definitely, not one bit am I disappointed, from making that decision. And that's why, I'm here today. So, I'm grateful for that.
And thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing, because I think so many of us experience what you experience in different times of our lives. And we have a fear of talking about it because, like you said, it makes us look weak. But let me tell you, I mean, I've had many of those times. I think just most of us do. And I appreciate that you coming on to bring awareness to that it's not a weakness. I think we go through these experiences to grow us, to make us stronger. And we have a choice. The choice is, to stay there. And you made that choice to rise. And I know you said it wasn't easy because it's not easy. But what was, I remember you said like you were laying there and you said, okay, I have a choice. What was the first bit of action that you took to kind of start getting yourself out of the darkness?
Yeah. So, basically, it was really hard. I was in and out of the hospital a lot, just because of my anxiety, my depression. I just felt completely lost. I had no idea, where I was heading. And, you know, uh, there was only, so few people I could turn to. And, some, folks I had to turn away just because I felt as if I wasn't getting the support I needed from them. I felt that, they were there listening, but, I wasn't feeling connected,
Mm,
as if, okay, I can't, so it was still, um, not good enough for me to start digging myself out of this hole. But some of the things that I started off with is just baby steps, just taking it one day at a time. That yes, I can turn these things around. I have a purpose here in life. And I have a beautiful daughter that I want to see grow. I have my family to take care of. And those are the things that I started off with, thinking about those loved ones that were close to me. And how painful would it be if I were to do something just so um, bad and ugly to myself, just because I just couldn't, I wasn't strong enough to figure, what to do with myself, right? But it was just, thinking about, those close to me, and my daughter was, for one, the one main reason why I had to fight, for myself and for her. Um, like I said, 18 months was a very long time. I have never experienced anything like this. I slowly, started finding myself, to these fun activities that I once enjoyed. I played softball for 15 years, and that was the last, sport that I was playing at the time, up to my father's passing. After that, I quit. I stopped everything. No more running, no more being outdoors, no more wanting to be around my friends, no more wanting to play softball. I just threw everything away. Everything just went, into this box, and off it went. But um, getting back into what I once loved before, and finding that passion again, is what really motivated me, and gave me the strength to continue moving forward. And as silly as it sounds, some people might think, well, what's so special about, exercising? What's so special about running? What's so special about biking or any of that? Well, that's my passion. That's what drives me. We all have that passion. And I had to go back to what I once loved, and that's what I enjoy doing, because it's good for you. It's a
Mhm.
great way to feel great about yourself. It's builds confidence, right? And I think that once I began that new chapter in my life, and that journey to recovery, in a sense, I mean, it's what got me to where I am today, and meeting a lot of great folks along the way, making new friends, new relationships, closing old doors that of people that no longer needed to be in my life. And that's what really gave it a whole new perspective, and outlook, to where where I am today.
Mhm. And you touched on so many great points, and it sounds like it was a healing transformation for you. And in that healing, I heard you say these twice, and just in what you were saying is there was certain people that you didn't feel connected to anymore. That it sounds like, okay, it's not working. The support I need from you is not there. And did you find yourself kind of shedding those relationships? Because sometimes the relationships around us, as we heal and grow, they no longer serve us, which is not easy
Correct.
to move away from those. How did you
Right.
handle that when that came
Yeah.
up?
I mean, I it was hard, because there was just some times where I just felt that I don't know if it was being in that dark place that made me think otherwise, or that I just didn't feel the connection. But I just think that the journey, the new chapter that I was writing for myself, had to be now genuine, and
Mhm.
more about self-care, about really bouncing back. And some people might think like, oh, that's silly. Why? How can someone's passing impact you so hard? And the relationship that I had with my father really uh, was really close. He was my best friend. He was my father. I looked up to him a lot. And so we were very tight. We were very close, and it really took a lot out of me, because I knew that, like I mentioned earlier, I had some shoes to fill in, and my family also relied on me being, taking over, his legacy, and becoming, just the man of the house. And it's never easy. Doesn't matter if it's passing, or what the case may be, but um, we all need to figure out a way, how to either choose the people that we want in life, that are going to help you begin this new journey, and this chapter in your life. And it's not that they weren't good people, is that
Mhm.
I just felt that it was time for change. And I this was just a life-changing experience that I went through, and I had to think about myself and my family, and how's it going to benefit me at the end, and for the greater good.
Hmm. And I love that because, relationships, do change, and sometimes we have to make those decisions. And at the same time, I think relationships are the most important thing, and we talked about this a little bit. So let's talk about, I want you to kind of touch on the importance of community.
Yes, it's one thing about myself. I love surrounding myself around people. I love to meet new people. I think that this is kind of leads up to my Spartan race family. We I feel like we were a community at first, and now we're family. And it's to me, community is very important because it's a way of sharing thoughts and feelings. It's about getting to know new people. It's about being there for one another. It's about support. It's about growth. And I think that when we're heavily involved in the communities like yourself, helping, I think it's very important because, some people come out to these events to look for outlets, to look for um, um, people to share their stories with, or anything that they may be going through in life. And I think that um, a community is, to me, is what makes us grow, and it's a part of growth in our life, right? We choose to be out there to represent ourselves and our space, and I continue to do that now through work. I'm very active in the community. I love being there for others, listening, supporting, whatever I can do. I've always been one to raise my hand first. The moment, hey, we're going to be out here today, or who's in, sign me up. It doesn't matter where we're at, what we're doing. I just love participating and getting my hands dirty wherever I can.
And also, I know this about you, is that being there for others and being supportive to others, and you've been such an incredible, example to so many. Because you're right, it's not easy, to be in this dark place for 18 months and then just to rise out of it. And I know, it's been a process, but in the process, I know you've made, like, that community has been so important, and you've been important to that community, which goes back to, we need each other, and we need to support each other. And something that I liked what you said, um, was, getting out in nature kind of helps you express yourself without judgment.
Yep, it does. I think that we all, it's our safe haven, right? Where do you feel safe? Where do you feel that you can go and feel free? Where can you go where you can reconnect with yourself? And one thing I never thought I would see myself doing is heading towards the mountains. Normally, people run from the mountains, and you know, now you can't get me off a mountain. I just love being in the outdoors. It's just so refreshing. It feels so good, being out there. There's just so much to see, right? But it's how you feel and
Mhm.
what's your purpose, at the time. It's just living in the moment. And to me, I find peace, tranquility. I find happiness. I find sadness. And um, I just enjoy, you know, um, venturing off and spending some alone time if I'm not out there with my team. And it's a great feeling. I just think that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a mountain. It could be the ocean. It could be a walk around the block, the park. We all have that place that we love and enjoy going to, and it's where we find ourselves at ease. Especially when we're having a stressful day, or we just want to get out and enjoy this beautiful weather we've been having. So yeah, for me, it's just the outdoors. It's what keeps me at peace with myself, and I love every moment of it.
And I love the outdoors too. Pre-pandemic, it would be rare that I'd go outdoors, and this is something I think we both have in common. And you've mentioned this. When I get outdoors, I mean, to do my physical activity as well, you. I also feel so connected to that higher power, to God, to like things seem brighter. And tell myself, like, if this was created and this is so abundant, then this is available to all of us,
Of course, of
but we get
course.
stuck, in the day to day, and in our ego, and in all of the things that we're taught and conditioned to focus on. We lose sight of the magnificence.
Correct. And going speaking of to pre-pandemic, I think that during pandemic and until this very day, I have been hiking, running more than ever before,
Mhm.
and I think that's also one of the reasons why um, it's led me to where I'm at today. Um, Not to disregard anyone's feelings or what everyone has gone through during these last 3 years, but I I could not stay closed in because I had already gone through that back in 2014, and I felt that if I fell back into that hole because of everything that was happening, I was afraid that it would lead back to that dark place again. And I I I found myself, continuing with being out and about, and continuing my journey, my chapter in life, and uh, being out there really, opened up a lot of doors for me because um, it really shined some light on myself because it gave me now a new way of looking at life because of everything we were going through at this time, and what was going to happen. We weren't ready for any of this,
Mm-mm.
and for me that was my safe haven. This is where I felt safe being out there, and it really helped me get through another dark times that we're still in the moment and living in right now today. um, the good thing is that not only did it help myself, but I also told myself, what can I do for others that are now going through this depression stage where they feel trapped, they have no one to talk to, and being there for others, became a thing for me. I felt like I had to, be that beacon, that light, for others, and help wherever I can. And that's exactly what I did, through my fitness training. Um, I took it, from being inside a gym to the outdoors now. And it was challenging at first because some folks weren't ready to step outside, but um, with a little bit of patience and guidance, we were able to slowly work our way into it, and it was great because now they've become outdoor addicts, and they love it. And I still get messages from folks that I helped out at the beginning that still thank me to this day, and still calling for advice, and what else can we do to keep this going, and how do we how can we take this out into the world and just really expand on just being there for one another, through fitness, through health, with God. And it's once again, it goes back to community. It goes how you know we just need to be there for one another, and continue that growth,
Yeah.
and shining the light on others.
Mhm, mhm, absolutely. And again, you touch on so many, incredible nuggets of wisdom. Something like I want to kind of want to talk to you about is, how does wellness and fitness help our emotional state, how we feel emotionally?
Yeah. You know, my just everything that really affected me after my dad's passing. being stuck, in that hole for 18 months, I tell people, do something good to build your self-confidence. I think that, we need to learn to value ourselves, uh, take care of yourself physically. Um, write down things that you're grateful for.
Mm.
That helped me out a lot. And what did you accomplish today? Write that down. It's as silly as it sounds, but it feels great because you can, go back on what you've been experiencing and how, you've progressed out of this. Also, with today's world, I know this is hard and it's going to sound silly, but put your phone down, disconnect,
Oh,
for a
hell
couple
yeah.
hours, right?
Yeah.
I mean, pick up a book, go leave your phone at home, go ride a bike, go walk around the corner. There's just so much to do out there. I just think that, we can get easily distracted by,
Mhm.
being on our devices, right? And go do something fun with someone, face to face, and like I said, whether it's take a walk, sit at a coffee shop, just enjoy the moment, live in that moment. And one thing that I just recently started doing, being a tourist in your own town,
Mm.
just go out and see what's out there. There's so much to see, even as close to where you live, right? And Grace, I'm sure you're from the Bay Area. As citizens, I've never been in a cable car, and I live in San Francisco.
Like,
So
I have
I
to
mean,
think about that. Have I been on a cable car? I think maybe once.
I've never been, right? So I mean, those are things to do, and I just think overall is surround yourself around good people. I
Yes.
just think that this is what mental health is all about. Is just surround yourself around good people that will support you and will be there for you every step of the way. And I think that's very important for all of us. And even if you're not in that current situation, it's still good and healthy for all of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, I mean, you've touched on so many nuggets of wisdom. I'm trying as you're talking to kind of like grasp on them. You talked about gratitude, and I think gratitude is just a key factor. And sometimes like you said, it might be silly, but it's not. It's a key factor. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
for me. Exercise has been the greatest antidepressant of my life. I've gone through many ups and downs, and it's the exercise that has helped me keep my mind strong even through difficult times. I mean, I remember one time I walked into the YMCA and Paulette saw me. She's like, "Are you okay?" No, I wasn't okay at all. I was an emotional mess. However, like I would make sure like that was committed to that, because once I left after I moved my body, I felt a little bit better. And so
Absolutely.
like you, it's been the physical fitness that's really helped me through those dark times. So let me ask you a question. Like again, like we're kind of both at this place where we kind of do our morning routine, we do the meditation, we do the fitness. I know I still fall into those dark times, but because of my habits, they're not as dark. They don't last as long. Do you find that with yourself as well? Like when you go to, because we're all going to have challenges. It's like
Of
nothing's
course.
perfect. Do you find that now with these habits that you have, when you go to those dark places, they don't last as long and they're not as intense?
Yeah. One thing about that, it's almost like, what advice would we give, right? I just think that, like you said, the setbacks that we have. I always tell people, have a goal, reward yourself, for achieving them. Have fun, find the best time that works for you, right? I know that we're all busy with work and life, and sometimes we just get caught up in the moment that we forget, to take care of ourselves, right? Find others that that are support your efforts, right? Find that workout buddy. And I know that it's hard, for all of us with our schedules to, share the same time or go to the same gym, but doesn't matter. If you're not members of the same gym, go outside, take it outdoors, and walk out at a park or around your neighborhood, right? And then once again, willing to accept that we're all going to have setbacks, and that's okay, right? Because at the end of the day, the last thing we want to do is beat ourselves down, because of a setback. No, we always bounce back. There's always tomorrow, right? And then don't compare yourselves to others, right? We all have our own fitness journey, and I think that we should all be there for ourselves, not to compete against others, or be there for the other purpose. I think that we're there for our own purpose, ourselves, and it's our fitness journey that we need to focus on, and not what others are worried about.
I agree. I agree. I mean, I think that's a big piece, the comparison. And I used to fall into that all the time. Whereas now, instead of comparison, I'm like, okay, this person's inspiring me. What
Yes,
can I learn? Because we never know what their journey was. It's like
correct.
you don't know what happened.
Yes.
Um, I know a big piece of your journey has been faith in God. What does faith mean to you?
um Faith means to me, self-care, loving one another, respecting yourself, and once again, family, community. um, I think that for those that have whichever faith you believe in. I think that that is what brings us closer, to our finding ourselves.
Mm,
I was baptized Christian back in 2015, almost to the year after my dad passed away, and it was a life changing experience for me, because uh, getting back into church was very important to me. I had to find God once again, and that has probably been one of the best choices I've made in my life, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that. And yeah, I think that we just, whether it's faith or not, that we live in, we believe in. I think it's just finding what's right for you, and just self-care, love yourself,
mhm.
and just be compassionate, and yeah, I think things will just work itself out.
Compassion. I mean, that's something I think we lose for ourselves when we become so hard, and the self love and the criticism. And that's like you said so many times, to like connected. And when we connect to ourselves and the higher power, God, again, whatever anyone believes in, then we're more able to have compassion for ourselves and others,
Absolutely.
which I think is, again, like you said this a few times, like self love, take care of yourself. It all starts with us, 100%. It does not start outside of us, it starts here within us.
Absolutely. I always tell myself, if I can't love myself, I can't love others. And
That's the truth.
I need to start, by loving myself, so that I can share that same compassion and that feeling for others, because um, it's just things have just gone so out of control, last couple of years, with everything that's happening, right? And it's hard, and you know, uh, I think that self-care is very important. I
Mhm.
think that we all need to take care of ourselves, um, and maintain a healthy relationship with others,
Yeah.
and doing the things you love, just being at peace with yourself. I think is very important, and I
Mhm.
think once you find that peace, you can take that out into the world, and just be that shining light on others,
Yeah.
and I think that's where it all begins, with amongst ourselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you have been an incredible shining light, to so many, especially over the last few years, because it has been challenging. And one of my questions is, I mean, I know you've learned so many incredible lessons, but what would you say has been the greatest lesson that you've learned over the last 2.5 years as we navigate this extraordinary time?
um, I think some of I think the most important things that I've learned is I've learned to forgive.
Mm,
It helps you move forward in life, and it begins the healing process,
Mm,
right? Life's about the journey. We sometimes get caught up in our goals and our dreams, and remembering that life is all about this moment, now. And we all deserve a second chance. Sometimes we get caught up in so much that remembering that life is all about the moment.
mm,
We need to not um, lose hope in ourselves, right? We all deserve a second chance, no matter what. And I think that you know those three things, and going back to loving, caring for yourself, brings all those three together, because it's very important that we believe in that.
mm. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. And it's
Absolutely.
so forgiveness can be so challenging, and I know that's a big topic, and I've touched on it, with it's a big thing, forgiveness. We feel like if we forgive, we're letting the other person off the hook, when in reality, f forgiveness is freeing ourselves, nothing
Exactly.
to do with the other person.
Yes. And then
And
healing, right? Which is
yes,
very important. It begins the healing process for all of us, right? Um, doesn't matter, what led up to that point, but
mm,
forgiveness and then the healing. It's what's important, because that's what frees ourselves, and we find ourselves at peace, and
yeah,
that's what we want. We want to be at peace with ourselves.
and that is, I believe, the greatest gift, um the biggest gratitude that anyone could have, at least my opinion, is to have peace within yourself. Because so many of us are, well, it's a journey. Like, we're here to learn, and we get lost in the details. And just to bring peace to ourselves is, I mean, I think that's one of the main purposes, really.
Absolutely.
One of
I
the main
agree.
purposes. Got so much good stuff, Artie. I could be here with you forever, bro. So, I want you to tell me now about living La Vida Loca.
Oh yeah, these crazy guys. I hope you guys are listening, because this is it right here, boys.
Yeah, I think
uh,
some of them are here with us. I wanna get a shout out to, and I'm gonna let you also, I'll let you know who's here with us. Michael David Huey's here. It's so good to see you. It's been forever. Tamara Toda's here. Hello, Tamara. And Johathan Escamilla, Tammy Contrell, always great. Jorge Perez, Dimitri Steinerman. So they're all giving you a shout out, Artie.
Thank you, thank you. No, I just want to give a huge shout out to my family. La Vida Loca. These guys are considered family. They're we've all have been together for the last 3 or 4 years, and it's been one amazing ride with these guys. We've grown together, through this fitness journey, and we've inspired, we've motivated each other, and I thank these guys for really pushing me, for believing in me, and just for just being just raw and genuine with me, because there's times where we can be very serious, and
Mm,
there's times where we can be very funny and open, and joking about everything, and I these guys are amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys deeply, and I just hope that this journey continues for many more years, and uh, you know uh, we're here to continue to grow the team. So huge shout out to these guys, and I can't wait to see what we have left in the tank for the rest of 2022, because yeah, we're just getting started.
I love it. That's amazing. And you're amazing. Congratulations. I mean, I see all the medals that you've won behind you. What an inspiring story after, like you said, 18 months of darkness, to kind of rise from that and be the beacon for so many other people. You have been a beacon for me. You inspire me. I appreciate you. And I'm so grateful to have had you today here, kind of to share and to be vulnerable. And it's been an honor and a pleasure. And can you please tell our audience where they can find you if they're interested in, connecting with you?
Yes, absolutely. And first off, Grace, thank you so much once again for having me here. I really cherish our friendship, and thank you for everything you've done for me in the past. I'm very grateful. For that, thank you. And yes, you can find me at Fituro415 on Instagram. I'm working on a website which will hopefully be up and ready in January of 2023, where I will be uploading, some workout videos, a little bit history of my past, through health and fitness, my racing highlights, and so forth. So really looking forward to that. But thank you so much, to everyone who tuned in, and I really appreciate you for supporting this live chat today. So thank you so much, and yeah, Grace, thank you once again for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, my pleasure. And thank you for everyone who's joining us today. I know, again, there are so many different places you could be, and I am grateful from the bottom of my heart to have you here and on the replay. And if you enjoyed this, please share. You never know who needs to hear this. And again, thank you so much. Until next time, I wish you all just a magical, blessed day, week, month, until I see you again. All right, all. Artie, hang on with me. Have an amazing day, everybody. God bless.